Welcome to today's segment of our employee series. This is a new series that we'll be doing, tackling the different aspect of human resource management. And today I want to talk about the probation period of an employee. I'll cover other steps, what comes after probation or what comes before probation. But in this video, I'll specifically handle the probation period. So probation period is not a time where you place your employee to test how they fail, or if you set them for failure. How successful an employee will be within the probation period is as good as your onboarding process, and is as good as the support that you will give them. Remember, this employee that you're putting on probation, they are completely new in your company. They might have worked in a different space, but not your company. Every company is unique. Every company has different needs. Every company has different ways of operation. Someone can be, like, for example, a sales marketer, and the products that you're marketing are different from what they marketed in their last job, and your clients are probably different from the clients they were using before. Your sales strategies are different from what they used before. So the best thing to do is like to take that employee through a step by step detailed process of how they're supposed to go through to understand your company. Let them know your vision, let them know your mission, let them know your strategic plan, and where you want to be, how you want to get there, each and every part of that process. Explain to them, show them how to do things in your company, take them through, let them meet each and every key participant or players in their role. Who is their supporters, who is their collaborators, who are the clients, who are the people that will be working closely with that new person. If you're able to successfully introduce the employee to the right partners, then at least they will not start from a dark from unknown. At least they will have a step. They will know who to go to in case of anything, of any issue that they have, and you need to be present to be able to work with them. If you are the hiring manager, if you're depending on the level in which your company is, you need to be able to offer this employee support. Most of the challenges or the downfalls I've seen when it comes to probation period, you want to do a crash program with that employee without really giving the foundation of what is expected of them, without really introducing them into your company, into your product, into your solution. And then you want to measure their performance even before they really get to understand the actual job. Then you start, most of the time you see this new employee failing. So the success of that employee within the probation period is pegged not only on their ability, but how well you will support them through the process. So even as you bring people on board, have documents you can always refer to, probably of every product. Like the way you're able to explain to a grade 1 kid, like, this is where we move from, this is how we migrate to this, and this is where you're supposed to go after this. That is the same process that should be taken for any new employee coming into your company. Don't assume that they know and they will catch up. They might be able to catch up, they might start producing, but the moment that starting environment or those starting days feel frustrating, then that employee might not stay for long. They can start planning their exit within their probation period, simply because of how you give them, the kind of reception that you give them. Also, another thing to consider, get to know the kind of person that you've brought in. take time to get to know their learning abilities, get to know their personalities, get to know how best they play within the different areas. You'll get to know this if you sit with them one on one as a hiring manager or a supervisor for this case. So that you know, there are people that learn fast, there are people that catch up with time. There are people that are reserved before they are able to contribute effectively. But how you understand the kind of the person you are bringing on board will help you also maximize them. There are people that are full of energy. They are able to kick off once they come on board, and they want to be everywhere. You need to identify such people, and as much as you'd want to assign them roles, it's good that you also take them through the processes that are there. But remember, the capability that that person has will determine how you will take them through. Maybe you are in a fast-paced environment, and your team is a let's go team. Understand the person. I don't know if you get it when I say let go. Like you are fast paced, get to understand where they are coming from, right? That will help you know what kind of trainings you will offer that person within the probation time or within the first month, within the onboarding, so that you're able to know what skills they are lacking. And then within those skills, you're able to develop them to match your current team, so that you don't hire someone and then you've used all the cost of hiring, the time spent for the hiring manager, the cost that you spent in advertising. That is a lot of cost that can be washed away because of a wrong onboarding or not offering the right kind of support within the probation period. So we can really harness so much from an employee within the first week, within the first few months of training, that is as when they're in the probation period. If we have the right processes and structures in place, plan the way you can have a plan or an itinerary for something that you've planned, probably a trip. Plan for this employee, plan their 1 week milestone, plan for their 1 month milestone, plan for them. Put their plan into reality. Let them blend into the culture. Let them understand the culture of your company. Because if they're not able to understand the culture, then they will not be able to fit in. You know, you will start now questioning your recruitment process. But if you're able to do it right when it comes to probationary, then you will be able to identify if you have the right person, because it's within the probation period that you're able to tell if this person is best fit for you or they are not best fit. You can really use that time to really tell how well that employee will fit with your team, so that you don't drag probably someone who is unfit within your company, start making you lose out on the productivity of it, probably because of they are not a good fit. Because you can do right hiring, everything right, and also not get not the right person. So the probation period really helps you be able to know if the person that you've brought on board is a fit for your culture, is a fit for your team, because a wrong hire can destroy a team that was functioning well. You know, you can think that you're bringing a quality resource. Maybe that resource might even come and crash out the team that you have. So the first few months, not even few, the probation period, the onboarding time is very key. I will do a separate video on the onboarding process, so you can watch out for that. And yeah, we'll keep on learning. And if you have any questions, you can put them on the comment section. All areas that you might need clarity when it comes to probation period or the probationary period, especially also in probation period, if you have your contract right, you'll have determined when you will determine how you're able to, probably after getting to know the person that you have hired is not the right fit, then have you provided structures of how best you can be able to separate with that person, so that you don't just wake up and that person does not understand the perimeters or the things that can make them not be present, or how they can exit your organization even within the probation period. So this is something that you might need to have incorporated in your contract, an exit clause within the probation period, or what are some of the things that can make that employee what leave the organization even within the probation period. These are some of the things that you should have told them early before, ndio isiwapate by surprise, right? Yeah, in case you have questions of areas of clarification, you can type on the comment section and we can engage more on this. For any human resource services that you require, feel free to reach out on my LinkedIn, Yvonne Munde, on Instagram, still Yvonne Munde, or you can DM us through the email running on your screen. Thank you for your time and enjoy your time, maybe evening, morning, all night, whatever time that you'll be listening. Thank you and see you in the next video. Okay, take two. So, welcome to today's segment. I wanted to talk about whatever which comes first. Really? This is hard. Why is it hard? Why is it hard? Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So, had fun. Hata sifeel niko na organized thought. I need to organize my thought because I feel I need to restart. Okay. So, how do I say it? How do you handle a new employee?